Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be looking at the 30-inch TORO Timemaster. So, first impressions then. What a machine. It's really big, it's really beefy. That's why we've had it. It's going to be great for commercial cutting, I hope, and we should get a good cutting width wherever we go, saving us time and money. However, today we're going to be testing it on this small patch here in this domestic garden, and we're going to see how it works. We've got an extra there, which is a side discharge. We've got a mulching plug as well, and we've got the grass bag. Now here in the UK, we're used to bagging off grass, so we'll use a grass bag to start with, but I will try the other features as well and see if we can mulch some grass up. Also included in the box are a hose connector. This goes in over on this side, so you can wash the deck underneath, and we've got a little charger in there for connecting to this bit, which charges the internal battery. Because I'm getting on a bit now, I've got a key start on this one, but there's also a rope backup in case you need it. So before we start cutting the grass, let's have a look at the basic controls. First of all, the height adjusters. We've got one for the front axle down here. Starts off at A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So fully adjustable on there. Cuts quite high, I think it's about 70mm, which is quite high for a pedestrian rotary mower. And we've also got the same height adjuster on the rear. Again, A to G, so you can match them both up with the letters and you know that the deck's going to be level. We've got the deck wash plug over here, which I said before, we just clip a hose pipe on, run the blades, and that cleans everything out. We've got the fuel tap on top, or fuel tank, sorry, on top. We've got plenty of fuel in there. I bought this mower from a local dealer, Farm and Garden Machinery. As you can see on the ticket, it says sold to Jimmy the Mower. So they've put this together for me. They've put the fuel in the tank, the oil in the engine, everything's done, set up. It just came to me delivered like this today. So I haven't got to worry about any of this. We've got the pull start over here. That works the engine as with all pull starts. However, we've got an added extra on here, which is the key start. So we can just flick the key and with a bit of luck, it should start up. I'm not sure if the battery's pre-charged or not, but we've got a little plug on there and we got the little adapter in the box and we just plug that into there and that charges the battery. This bit here is the oil leveling indicator. I'll pull that out and that should be perfectly where it should be. You won't be able to see it. The oil's so clean and fresh, it's almost translucent. This lever here, now, that's something to look at. With this adjusts the height of the handles. Now this is set for me, I'm quite a tall person, but if you're not quite as tall as me, you can lower it down and you can push a mower along quite happily like that. If you like to store the mower, now a lot of people put these into a shed or garage and they need them out of the way. This is a great feature. You can pull the lever and you can lift it up all the way to there. So you can put it flat against the wall. I think that's a great idea, I really do. And if you want to transport it in a small car and you've got to lower it down, you can push this again and push it all the way over the top. Although with the weight of this machine, I don't think you'll be picking it up to put it in and out of cars. So that's a great feature. I've never had a mower that does this before. I think that's brilliant. Put them up against the wall, the grass box on the top, that's stowed away nicely. I'll put it back down to the cutting height for me. That's just right. Now take the grass box on and off, simple. We lift up the protective flap, we've got a handle on the top and we just lift that off and that's out the way. Easy as pie. We can put that back on, just sits in two little grooves either side and drop the lid back down and it's done. So with that, we're collecting grass. I'll turn the mower around and we can have a look at the other side. So we can see on this side of the deck then, we've got a little plastic flap there. Now this is for your side discharge. As I said before, in the UK, we're used to like collecting the grass in there and we're sort of getting into mulching now, but a side discharge we don't really use. But I'll just show you how to put this on in case you need to do it. There's a little lever on the top. We pull the lever to that side and we lift this up. Now, snaps back down quite viciously. It's in there. This slots into there and there are two little holes on the top and the lugs on the underneath of this fit into there. Now, I haven't done this before. I just read it in the instruction manual, which I have to say is a very comprehensive instruction manual, probably the best one I've ever read. But I'll just try and get this in. And there we go, the side chute's on. That was a lot easier than I expected. I'll tell you that for nothing, it really is. So that's the side chute on. Right, we'll lift this off then. That's the side chute out, so that's done. That's back down. We can put that out the way. I'll turn the mower around again, and we can have a look at the back, and we'll show you how to fit the mulching plug. So to fit the mulching plug, we take the grass box off. It's really easy, and then this fits in. There's a little thumb press on there, so this slides in. I'm not sure how easy this is, I haven't done it before. We'll see. Oh, it's as easy as that. There you go. That's the mulching plug in, so that's done. You can fire the mower up, turn around, it's got mulching blades fitted, and it will recycle the grass and push it back down into the ground. Now I've got to try and get this out. From what I can see, you push down on the thumb, and that's easy again. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. That's a real nifty bit of kit, that there, mulching plug and the side discharge chute. They're really easy to get on and off. I'm happy with that. That doesn't happen very often, does it, in the mowing world? So that's a good plus point for Toro there. Now, we'll just turn it round again. We'll have a look at the controls up here, and we'll have a look at those blades I was on about, because they are mulching blades. They've got some little grooves in the back. And if anybody's ever had a sort of a rotary ride-on mower before, where they're cutting through some tougher stuff, you might want to fit some aftermarket blades with grooves in, some Predator blades or Gator blades. And these resemble that, they really do. So I think they'll be quite good, and they should cut the grass well. However, this is freshly laid turf, so we don't want to be too aggressive. I'll lift the cutting height up, and we'll just take a bit off the top. So I'll turn it round, we'll have a look at those blades, look at the controls, and we'll see if we can do some mowing. Okay then, so here we are. We're up at the business end of things here, really. Now, it's a bit of a strange concept to me, this. We've got some Honda mowers before, and they've got variable drive on, and the harder you push forward or you can adjust the speed, the quicker it'll go. Now with this, it's a little bit different. You've got this big handle on the top here, and when we push that down, the harder we press that, the faster the drive moves. So if we push it right down, it should gallop along. If we just hold it back up there and just feather it down a little bit, then we should just crawl along. We start it by turning the key. Once the key's turned, the engine's running, we can engage the blades. This is the blade engage lever, and it's a dead man's handle. So without this being depressed, it will still run, but it won't be able to move forward, and the blades won't turn. To turn the blades, we have to lift this lever up, pull this back, and that engages the blade drive. So we let this go, the engine still runs, but the blades stop. Okay, so if you need to move it from site to site and you've got to walk along, you can push that down and move it, which is good because this machine is really heavy. Now, fingers crossed, I'm going to turn the key and hopefully it'll start. I've lifted it up to its highest cutting setting, and we're just going to fire up the machine, fire up the blades, and just make sure everything moves. And then after that, I'm going to have to quickly grab a strimmer from the back of my truck, run round the edge of this lawn with a strimmer to take the little bits off that we won't get to, and then we'll have a go at mowing and we'll see how much we can get in the bag. There you go, it's gone. I'm happy with that. So that's the machine running. We'll just have a little test. That's happy going forwards and backwards. Yeah, definitely happy with that. Let's have a little bit of a run up. Yeah, that's really quick, that's really quick. Now we'll fire the blades up and just see if they work. That's all running as it should, no bother at all. I'm happy with that. Well, that was great. We started up, went backwards and forwards a little bit, different speeds. That all worked well. We spun the blades round, they were great. Now let's have a quick look at those blades. I'll just tilt the machine backwards but I'll have to be quick. I don't want to tip all the oil out of the engine bay and cause a bit of smoke. So if I just lift it up, we can have a quick look at the blades. I'll just remove the key so we make sure that we don't start it accidentally. So with the machine safely tilted back, we can have a look underneath and look at these mower blades. 2 blades in there, both with serrated edges on the back, and I think that's to not only mulch up the grass but also improve lift if we're bagging it. So they look pretty good. They're brand spanking new. They've only spun for 10 seconds while we pushed it backwards and forwards a little bit on here, didn't they? So let's see how they actually cut the grass. I'll grab my strimmer and run round the edge and then we'll get mowing. So that was round the edges, quickly trimmed off, and the eagle-eyed amongst will have noticed that I wasn't actually wearing a harness with the strimmer then. And the reason why I wasn't wearing a harness is this is very new turf. It's only been down a couple of weeks, it hasn't been cut yet. So I wanted the strimmer to sit as flat as possible to the surface so I could get a good finish all the way around. It's never going to be perfect first time, and you've got to, you know, take that into consideration when we're using this mower too. It'll never be perfect first time, but if you can get it low and get it flat, you can make a good finish on there, even if it's the first go. So we'll fire this up now, if I can find the key, and then we'll get it sorted. There you go, I knew we'll put it somewhere safe. We'll get this sorted, and I'll just do a couple of stripes side to side with a grass box on. If anybody's wondering, I've set it on height C on the cutting, and hopefully that should just be about right. If it's not working out too well, I'll stop it and I'll adjust it accordingly. Now then, there we go, we've cut it. We haven't taken a lot off the top, nowhere near as low as the strimmer height. I think I was a bit over enthusiastic with the strimmer, trying to get it as flat as I could. But we've taken some off the top. It's not quite down low enough, so I think what I'll do now, to demonstrate the side discharge, I could go over this again and we'll put it one height setting lower and we'll just push some grass out the side and see what it looks like. In fact, I won't do that. I'll move on to this other grass, the longer stuff, and we'll use a side discharge on there. Once we've done that, we can do a couple of stripes with a mulching plug, and then once we've done that, I can put the grass bag on and I can box it all off and I'll go up and down. Okay, so I'll do that now. That's the side discharge chute fitted. Now let's cut some grass. Well, that worked great. There wasn't a lot coming out the side, was there? But you can see it's cut the grass, it's pushed it over, it's cut it. And I did check in the bag, the clippings, they were absolutely great. Look at this, really sort of fine clippings there, not clumped up or anything at all. And this grass is a bit damp. You can see by the sheen on it, it's a bit damp and it's quite long, so it does hold a bit of moisture. I'm going to put the mulching plug in now, slip it into the back. We'll do the last couple of lines across there. And then when we've done that, we'll put the grass box on, lower the height and get it all cut off. Put this in like we did before, lift it up, jiggle it in, and there you go. As easy as that, eh? If only all mowers as easy as that to fit a mulching plug. Or better take the side discharge chute off. We don't want both things going on at once, do we? Right, that's that off, I'll put that out of the way. There we go. Now we cut that grass and it's been cut and it's been done. You can't really see the difference between where we bagged it off, where we use a side discharge chute, or where we actually mulched it. So we're going to drop it down some now, just drop it down one. Again, I have to tell you, it is fresh turf, so we can't go too low. I'll just drop it down one again, and I'm going to run over it with a box, and we'll get it all off, and we'll see how much we get in the box. Okay, so we'll knock it down now from height C down to height D, or shall we? Yeah, we'll just go to D, I think. There's no need to go really low, is there? It's fresh turf, we don't want to ruin it. We'll just drop it down to that, and we'll just quickly run over it, and we'll just see what we can get in the grass box. So how about that then? You've got to be happy with that, haven't you? That's cut really well. Love it. Lovely even cut. I know we've got a bit of a few tracks here where we've pushed it down with the wheels, but if we look at the grass length, we're looking in here, it's probably, you know, 60, 70 mil long really. We'd normally be cutting it down to about 35, 30 mil. Because it's new, we've got to give it a bit of a fighting chance to grow. Once we've stopped filming this, I'll put a bit of water on it and encourage it to start again. But one of the most important things we need to look at, because of those blades, is what the grass clippings look like in the grass box. So if we open this up, and we can see in here, they are really fine, really fine. Look at that. That's amazing, that is. That's a great clean cut on those. A real good clean cut, and it's picked everything up, and off that whole area, we've only got that much in there. That's really good. I'm pleased with that. I'm really pleased with it. All in all, I think it's a pretty good machine. I've heard some dodgy reports about them working in the wet. This is damp and quite long for what we cut, so I don't think it'll be too bad. I think the new blade designs are working quite well, so that'll be good. Really, it's a bit fast and a bit large for this garden. It's only small, but I just wanted to show you and test it all while it was brand new. And what we'll do now is we'll go out into the field, we'll use it for a couple of months, and then we'll come back and we'll give you a couple of month report and a full review and a breakdown of how it works then. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it entertaining and informative. If you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up as well if you can. We've got loads and loads of other videos. Workshop advice, machinery reviews. There's something for everybody out there. If you haven't been to my website, then please take a look at jimmythemower.com. If you've got anything nice to say, you can put that in the comment section below too. Anything else you want to chat about, just get in touch with me across all the social media platforms. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jimmy the Mower. I'll catch you on the next one.